Yay! Awesome. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Wednesday, July 10th. I always have to look and check that multiple times a day. Um, but I'm super excited because if you are on this call, it means that you are, thinking of a way to maybe make some side income. Just want to learn. Maybe you saw a friend was talking about how they are saving money on products, making money, and you just had a little more information. So, first, I want to start off by saying that, if you don't know, the company is Pharmacy, and I actually joined I'm going into my fifth month. So, to tell you a little bit about me, I have been in the social selling space for 8 years total, and I accidentally found this space. Literally, I was a high school dropout. I was working at a Red Lobster, and a friend invited me to something on Facebook, and I started seeing how people were able to just have freedom, and I really learned by myself. So I always tell people I'm not a professional by any means at all. I like when I look back at my posts from back then, it's embarrassing. But I always look back every day because it makes me laugh too to see how far I've come. But I literally learned a lot that way. So, anyways, over time, in my former company, we did some big things. Our team we had about an organization of 35,000 at the biggest. We sold over $360 million in product, which added me to be able to make over $5 million, which changed my life. We were six people living in a two-bedroom condo. I was able to purchase a home and just do things that normal adults do plus some, because at that point it was literally just survival mode. So I am, I guess I would say, the upline leader of this team. That I know that's kind of funny. And me and Ashley are going to kind of go over the opportunity. So I'm going to introduce you to my friend and amazing leader, Ashley, so she can tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi, everyone. So I am Ashley Michael. I have been in the selling space for about 4 years. And what gravitated to me to this business in the first place was I had my daughter. She just turned 4 in February. And after I had her, I was a full-time emotional support teacher. And at the time after I had her, I would have been working to pay for childcare for both her and my son. And that wasn't worth it to me. The amount of work, as you guys know, teachers do a whole lot. And for our family at the time, it just wasn't the right fit for me to go back to my full time teaching job. And I wanted to be able to financially contribute to my family. And so I wanted to just pay my car payment. That was the goal. I didn't want to have to depend on my husband to pay my car payment. That was a big goal for me, to just make about $400 a month to pay my car payment. And fast forward to a few years later, I was a consistent top seller, for my state, and within the company that I was with before I chose pharmacy, and I was a consistent recruiter every month, and it really turned into something truly amazing. And I said I wasn't going to grow a team, I wasn't going to do parties, I wasn't going to do vendor events, and it really turned into something so incredible and so amazing. And I found such a great community. And whenever things changed for me at the end of January, with the company that I was with before pharmacy, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to still stay in social selling or if I was going to be done. And I looked to Brittany to see what she was doing and what was next. And I trusted Brittany. I trusted her a whole lot. She was a leader of mine, in the last company. And here I am now, and it has been nothing short of amazing. And I was just telling Brittany yesterday, we got our bonus checks, and she always says, "What are you going to use it on?" And with pharmacy, I am almost credit card debt free, because of it, and that it's eye opening that what this can do for people. And you meet such a great community too. It's not even just all about the money either. That you meet a lot of great people, and it's such an incredible opportunity. And I wish I would have said yes so many more years ago. It really, yeah. So I'm
You
so
really hit something on the head there that I love to say. So I always, even if I didn't make a dollar, I have made my best friends. I have grown personally. The community, all of that has always been worth it. So yeah, of course, the money's nice. Everyone wants something, whether it's here, you're going to be saving money and making money, but the community, friendship, sisterhood, I never had friends. Like as an adult, we moved around. And so that's been amazing on its own too. So we'll dig into everything because because I know everyone. So just to kind of say, pharmacy has some pillars when you're talking from the company. So these pillars are things that they are based on from values from home office, corporate team, how they make their products. So it's going to be product opportunity. Everything is how they can be of service. You're never like, even though the owners are like billionaire CEOs, they're never like me. It's like, how can we be of service to you? They're wanting to see how they can help us. Trust, such stability. You're going to see why we all, see the stability here, that it's a global opportunity and innovation. So, Ashley, will you tell us a little bit about this guy here?
Of course. So this is our founder, Dr. C. Tuna. What I love about this guy right here is whenever he first started his dream, he didn't even realize what he was doing at the time. He was making medicine for pharmacies, and it evolved into something totally incredible, and it's been around. So what I love here at Pharmacy is how stable we are. He has been creating this idea for over 70 years, and so it has really turned into something totally incredible, and the science behind it's really great things that he has been developing, because it all started from making things for pharmacies, not just for pharmacy the company, but for pharmacies. And it's up to European standards, of course. But really, this guy is truly incredible for what he has done for the company.
100%. So everything goes back to grandpa there, which are these guys' grandpas. So they're third generation. We're over 70 years of quality and innovation. 70 million pharmacy influencers worldwide. That just kind of, the company I came from, it started in the US and then we finally launched to Canada. It was so US centered. This is very much different. The North American market is a very tiny thing. I think I learned when we went to an incentive trip in Mexico in June. I really felt that. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're the small potatoes here. US is such a tiny, tiny market, and that just shows like the vision. And what I really love about that too is only no more than 20% of revenue comes from any one international market. So what happens is, yeah, US is in a struggle right now, right? The economy, we're in a recession, stuff like that. You see a lot of direct sales companies having to cut corners, cut comp plans, change comp plans, take away things. Pharmacy doesn't have to do that. Yeah, we might be struggling, but they're booming in the EU. They're the number one direct sales company in Turkey. So they're still investing in us. So they have a presence in 40 countries. And while a lot of companies are having to scale back, we've just launched in France. We're going to have more international launches by the end of the year. So it's really a global thing. So if you are here, you have the potential to grow globally, and like Ashley said, which we'll go into, and because of that, all of our products are EU standard, which are really, really important. We could just kind of just rush over the timeline for us of pharmacy.
So this is our a timeline from when, so of course, our grandpa here was born in 1923, and it kind of takes us through everything. I kind of brushed over how he's been innovating things over 70 years, and it started back in 1950 that he was creating his own formula. And then in 2004, the whole brand was born. But so this has really been in the works for a really long time. And like Brittany had mentioned, that this wasn't something that was just, this isn't a startup. This isn't something that just came about overnight. It's something that's stable and is here to stay. We don't want to just build here in the moment and then everything is taken away and then you have to build again. So that's really something that you can see the longevity here, and we're only in 2024 on this timeline. Imagine what it'll look then 50 years down the line. I'm a really forward thinker. And so of course we want to live in the moment, but we also have to think about stability for our families too.
100%. And seeing that they have such a long-term plan, like makes you feel like you're in a safe space because they're also always thinking about the future. So this is Pharma City. I'm going to talk about this because this is just a really cool, and it talks about a little bit why we're able to do what we do. So for our Pharma City is in Istanbul. So every single product, because the family is from Turkey, is developed here. This is the world's largest cosmetic and supplement manufacturing place. The facility is over 500,000 units, and they also have their research and their development laboratory. So every single product that pharmacy makes, which is hair care, wellness, skincare, beauty, everything in all the 40 countries starts here. And this is packaging. They own everything. So why this is so important is because that is how they're able to make the products very affordable while also paying out 50% commission, while also allowing us to shop at 50% discount, while also adding all the different promotions, so many different goodies and giveaways. It's one of the most generous compensation plans and just company to even customers I've ever seen. And it's because it all starts here. It's like a city, it's in Istanbul. It's a part of our compensation plan that when you get to a certain level, you can go there. But even if you don't, actually, all of their home offices are open if you schedule, if you want to go. But this is literally like a city. So this is where it all starts. And I just go to YouTube if you want, or ask the person that added you. There's a really cool video. Look at that, like the overseeing of everything. Like, and it's just wild to me, like anything that we have. So just for example, Kimberly's going to drop a link to see, make sure you fill it out if you're on the call, but two people are going to get this wristlet, right? This is merch, and we're going to give you a few products. But this wristlet is made here. Every single thing is made here, and then it goes out. And so, like, there's greenhouses. That's where they're making, like, it's wild to me. So they have their own research, and they're allowed to able to do things a lot quicker than other companies. And they own their own tech, so there's no website fees ever. So there's no middleman. They cut that all out, which means they're not trying to pass on the cost to us, right? Another picture during the daytime here. So I'm actually going to go here next month with a few teammates, and we have more that are earning because, like I said, this is one of the first, like, there's two trips you can earn, and this is the second one here. And then actually, if you want to go into some of our products, Ashley, that are made there.
Sure. So we have what I love about our company is that it's truly a lifestyle brand. This can appeal to so many people. I have a lot of people that say, "Oh, I don't do makeup," or "Oh, I'm not too much into the wellness products," or "I'm not really sure what I want to get into." And you can kind of dabble in a wide variety of things. We have the skincare, which is our Dr. C tuna, and then we have our makeup that is Farmasi, and then all of our wellness products are NutriPlus. And whenever I originally signed up, I wasn't really too much into the wellness stuff. I didn't there is a lot of products to learn, but what I love about it is you can take it at your own pace. What I did, for example, was I took one product at a time. I started with the gummies. And so I took those products and I learned them, and I learned a lot about them, and I started using them. And then I added something else on. Like I've been here since February. I was here when Brittany started. And I mean, now it's July. I just started using the Hydro Drops. So, I mean, from February to July, that was something that I really didn't know much about, and I just started using, and so I can learn more about it. So I think even though that we have a lot of great options, you don't even have to learn about everything either. So, and we also have hair care too. That's not picture. I love the hair care. We also have some self-care items and a line for men. My husband loves the men's line. So a lot of great products and something for everyone.
Something for everyone, but you don't need to feel like you need to learn it all. Exactly. That's the way to recap. Because I have so many people that are like, well, I don't use makeup. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, makeup is a tiny part of our catalog. Like, I didn't know that either. When I first was a customer, the first time I ordered was actually October of last year. I just grabbed a few makeup things, and I actually love the makeup products. They're like comparable, if not better, than really affordable luxury. You see it right here. So it's really affordable luxury. I'm not paying what I was paying for other brands, which, saving. And then now becoming an influencer, I get to shop everything 50% off. They're essential products. You have something to offer every customer. So I tell people, I'm like, even if it's like you are, like Ashley said, hair care, everyone needs shampoo. Now you're getting the best of the shampoo, but now 50% off. My husband, he uses all the men, customers. So it's over 70 years of quality and innovation. There's often new product launches. So I haven't even touched them all. You wouldn't have to. I always say this when you're starting out, I say grab a few things that you think you're going to want to use. You definitely need some products if you're wanting to work the business. I'm not going to lie to you and say that you're going to be able to crush this business and not have anything on hand. You need to have something at least to take people on the journey with you. I'm not saying grab everything, but start small, a few things, and then just go from there. It's very organic too. It's very organic the way you present it. You don't feel as spammy or anything because it's something that everyone is using on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And so we talked about the opportunity you can operate in, it's all over, and we are new Canada. If there's any Canadians, it's always free to join there. We just launched in France, Italy, Mexico. They're so actually in North America, the most influencers are in Mexico. So a really solid base, and you're also going to have support in all of these places, just so you know too. Like you're going to have resources and company training, translations, and all of that. So, actually, do you want to go over, since you were here, Ashley, talk a little bit about the Miami headquarters? Did I freeze? Am I frozen? Oh, no.
No, not now. It's
Okay,
just
sorry,
glitching. It's
guys.
okay.
All right, will you go and talk a little bit about Miami?
Yeah, perfect. I was like, I hope she's not asking me to talk if she's
No,
frozen.
you're
All
good.
right. So, what I love about our headquarters is that they have an open door policy. Anybody can walk in there. You can get a warehouse tour. And what I like, and it's not just like a building that's just like standing there, there is so many neat experiences in there. You have a warehouse tour that anybody can go on, any rank. You can be brand new and just walk in there, and you don't have to sell a ton to like earn a trip there. You can just walk in. And so they have the warehouse tours, and then they also have a neat room that has all of the products in it, and you can just play with the makeup, you can play with the skincare. It is super, super neat. And I took a lot of photos in there, and it was a really great experience with all of the products. And then they also have this NutriPlus cafe where you can make all sorts of drinks and try some different things that you may have not have tried yet. Whenever I visited back in May, I had not had a chance to try the our L-carnitine shots yet, and I tried them there and mixed them with water, and I loved them. I was a little apprehensive to try them. I had a customer that tried them back when I had first joined, and she wasn't a fan of of what it was, but I turned out I learned some things about mixing it with water, mixing it with different drinks, and it turned out it wasn't so bad. And when I told her to mix it, it went a lot better. And then we also tried like the restore and the recharge, some other things that I hadn't tried yet. And I got some really great tips. And then they also have a meeting room too. So if you are local and you want to host a team event there, or if you just want to go and visit, you can. There was even people picking up their orders. Like you could like do order pickup. So it was really, really cool that they have this there for us to use, and it's an open door policy. You don't have to earn some exclusive invite there. You could just go. It's
I
mind
love that
blowing.
so much. And they're actually just started too, where every month they're going to do an in-person recognition. So everyone has the option to go down there. Our convention is also in Miami. Registration's going to be there. So everyone's going to see. And this is another example of their investment into us in the US. Again, when a lot of places were pulling back, changing comp plans, they were paying $50 million cash to make our business better here in the US. So we don't have to wait from Turkey. It all loads there. It's eco-friendly and it's energy saving. They're really, really concerned about that. And there's so much space for growth. So you have definitely, everyone here will have the opportunity, I say, to go and see this. It's really cool. It's like on par to what you've seen Amazon do as far as like high tech, how they like package and all of that. But the biggest thing to me too was, from my former company, you had to either be a tippy top leader or do incredibly 1% type of sales and enrolling to get an invite to home office. Here, they're like, no, just be interested, be a guest. I actually didn't try one of the products till the second trip to Miami because we were there. I didn't think it was going to be my thing. And I've started it now and I really like it. So just being able to test things out, I appreciate that too. So community, I think Ashley did an amazing job talking about that from the beginning. I think this is something we can't stress. You can definitely decide to sign on with anyone, but I may be biased. I definitely feel like the community, the collaboration is something like none other. I have people that have been with this company for years. Like, how is your team doing it? We're always there. We have so many resources, and it's not about even like the sales. It's about helping the personal growth. You have support for your own, maybe you have a weight loss journey or skincare journey, whatever that looks like. Everyone's there, and there's people of all different backgrounds. I love that. That's my favorite thing about the industry. So I feel like our community is none to beat, and pharmacy has an amazing community. They highlight it. They love to do different trips and stuff like that. So a little bit, I'm just going to go in. There's 10 ways to earn at pharmacy. Ask the person who added you to break it down, because I know you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, is she really going to go into the comp plan? I'm not. But the basics is there's 10 ways to earn with different products. There's 50% commission. Oh my gosh, my internet is unstable. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, it's not freezing on you. Just give me a thumbs up if I start to freeze, okay? So there's leadership bonuses, there's one-time bonuses, you guys. These bonuses, you get these big publisher clearinghouse checks. They're from 1,000 up to $500,000. On this team alone, we've had over 70 people earn one of those $1,000 checks. So I think that's pretty cool. Then they have different car bonuses. There's trips built into the compensation plan. So like when I said, those are just an example of the 10 ways to earn. Tons of product. You get so much product just for doing the basics. People that are here just for the discount get free product, if that tells you anything, just because they're like, oh, I'm putting in a monthly order. So we want to go ahead and break this part down, the basics here.
Yes. So 50% commission. You sell $100, you earn $50. It can't get any more simpler than that.
Simple. I know. People always are like trying to find a different way. Like, this is day one. This is like you get off this call, you get a kit, you start getting 50% commission. There's no catches. You're not going to have to do a yearly fee. You don't have to get to $300 every 3 months to get this. No, it literally starts that way. And I think that is like the mic drop. I feel like we could end the call at this, honestly, because there's no other direct sales that can compare to this, in my opinion. And so definitely you're going to want to talk to the person. If you're interested in leadership, ask them a little bit more about the volume and the bonus levels and how that works. But I do want to say, if you're watching this is a volume-based compensation plan. So if what that means is you don't have to worry about certain legs hitting certain things. No, all volume underneath you counts. So that's what I kind of want to hit for here. And that was really appealing to me. One thing I know, if you've ever been in one of these things before, is you stress. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, I need Sally to do this and Karen to do this. No, it's just everyone's welcome. People that want to do it for a discount, they have a part. And so it's a volume compensation plan. And I think that is really amazing. So talked a little bit about the cash bonuses. So Ashley actually has gotten the director and the bronze director. So has gotten $2,000 cash on, and then she's working towards the next one. That's on top of her pay in just this short time. We have people on our team that have gotten 4,000 because they got the golden. We have a few people that have gotten 8,000, and I actually am working towards the $50,000 cash one this month, which that's insane to me, guys. Getting just a one-time check of that, it's crazy. That's almost $1 million in bonuses that they pay extra out. And then they have car bonuses too. So you don't have to spend it on a car. That's just what they say. You get to spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. Why don't you talk about the trips a little bit?
The trips are amazing. I am all about trips. In the last company, I never knew that trips would be my thing, but trips are my thing. And if they're not your thing, maybe they should be your thing. I mean, who doesn't want to go on a trip? But so we have several different trips, which is really amazing. And like Brittany said, it's volume based whenever you progress through the different ranks. And so it's not like you're depending on one sole person to do something, which is really great. But I love that at Bronze Director, you get to go to our in Miami, you get to go to our home office down there, and we have a leadership academy trip there. And then the Golden Director trip is to Turkey, and that was to the Pharma City that Brittany was showing you the pictures of. Really, really amazing trip. And then we also have the convention experience for Platinum Director. I mean, you get free VIP ticket to conference. They pay for your flight, they pay for your hotel, they pay for all the I mean, you get to go to our convention for free. I mean, that's amazing. And then we also have for hitting Emerald Director a European destination, which this one is to Venice, which is amazing. I super jealous, wish I was going there, but I will be going on one of those someday.
You will.
And to hit Diamond Director is some sort of luxury tropical getaway. So definitely some really great opportunities just to travel. I mean, I remember whenever I started this journey 4 years ago in social selling, and I never thought I've traveled out of the country way more than I ever would have, and it's really been amazing. And it's been amazing to do it with my husband too. That's one thing that I will really say that it's been incredible to do those sorts of things.
100%. I didn't get my I went on my first flight and first passport stamp as an adult because of social selling, and never would have happened. So this is crazy to me. There's no timeline. We have people that have taken years to earn these. We have people that, it's everyone's different. If that's your goal, these are big goals and real goals to have, and they don't spare an expense. Even at the bronze leader, they're going to cover your flight and room. And that's just to again pour in and teach you. And I just think this is amazing. On top of these, they also do incentive trips that have nothing to do with rank and title, just from your business. So that's the one I mentioned for Mexico. And we'll probably be hearing about another one at convention. And they're going to do the Mexico one again. They're all about any way to get people together. They're traveling. They're doing a Pharmacy Rise event in Pittsburgh. Actually, Ashley's going to be the speaker there. So if you're in the area, they're always doing something. And just getting people together, which there's power in that, right? So let's just talk how to get started. If you're on here, that's kind of probably what you want to know. You're going to reach out to the person. They're going to send you a link. You're going to choose your pack. I need to say, if you're on this call, like I said the date, right? It's July 9th. If I said 10th, I was wrong. It's July 9th. And till tomorrow, we have a $1 join special. That doesn't get you anything, no product or anything, but it does get you a business. But what that does immediately is unlock 50% shopping. So you can do the $1 and then add a few things at 50% off. We have an incredible sale going on right now. Anytime we have a sale, you still get your 50% off. So say if it's an up to 40% off sale going on, as an influencer, that's up to 90% off some products. So you choose your pack. We'll go ahead and talk about a few of the different enrollment packs. Let me go up to just those, and then we'll go back to the welcome program. So we have a few different kits, you guys. I always tell people, if you really want to start a business, you should grab one of these product packs and then add this for $9.99, or get this for $19.99 and then add a few others at 50% off. So that's what I would say. Or you can do the $1 option, but I definitely suggest you grab some products. You can get any of these kits within your first 30 days, so no rush. If you're like, okay, I want to do the $1 right now, and maybe next week I'll grab one of these kits, you can totally do that. So that will just start your business while you're under the sale. So all of these are like already curated, like premium makeup, skincare, already made for you. So there's lots of different options. I do want to cover this welcome program, if you want to go into that some too, Ashley.
Sure. So the welcome program, what I love about it is the goals are achievable. It's not like some far stretch where you have to sell $1,000 worth of product to get there. And really, if you just even buy one of the full kits, you would get your month one. You get the free mascara for month one. So it's just 125 PV for each month. And the month one is for the mascara. For month two is for the reviving shampoo and hair mask. And then month three is the elixir, which is, oh, that's amazing. That's an amazing gift. And then month four is for the backpack. But I love that you can earn free product through this program, and the goals they're not unrealistic. It's extremely realistic. And if to get month two, month three, and month four, just get a few friend orders plus what you might purchase yourself too. it's very realistic.
And then 125 is our magic number. That's what all you need if you want to stay active for 6 months. So a lot of people, so say you're on right now and you're thinking about joining, a lot of people will maybe do the $1 and then maybe add 125 because they're going to unlock this mascara. So they'll get that for free. And then actually we're doing an incentive right now where if you're at 125, you can get shampoo. So 125, then you're going to get the mascara and shampoo totally for free. And then you're good for 6 months too for your business, and you can try out those things and then kind of get going in the process, start sharing things and stuff. We have a lot of different, which we're going to go into, like just kind of tools that help you get started. You have a website, there's an app, there's a dashboard and reporting in the back office, content library. We use boards. As soon as you get on, you're going to be invited to an onboarding call. We have a checklist, every plug and play system, and this is this is if you're thinking of working the business, how to get started. Whoever's here with you is going to add you into our group, and we're going to be there the whole every step of the way, which also means our corporate Facebook group. Actually, tomorrow there's a training tomorrow, and our CEO does a call every single month. He says what's going on, state of the business. He says, talks about updates. He answers questions actually everyone can ask. It's pretty cool, honestly, really impressive. So tons of different tools here. And I think we're going to end with, are you ready to say yes? Kim is going to drop that link one more time if you're on to fill out, and I'll reach out to you. We'll do a drawing for two to get this brand. You need something branded to kick off your business with a few fun products because, tomorrow the $1 ends, the sale ends. We got a promo with the hairbrush. There's so much going on. So I know we covered a lot, but my biggest thing would be there's a lot of people can come up with lots of reasons to say no, but no one has ever had fun or crushed a lot of goals by listening to those, sounds in our head. It's not anything to lose, I feel. How would you close? What would you close with saying, Ashley?
I would just say to give it a shot for $1.
Yeah.
Even if you're unsure, I
Yeah.
think I, back in February, I wasn't sure and I did a $6 join special.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up buying a kit because I was like, why did I don't know why I didn't buy the kit. You literally have nothing to lose. You only have things. I always think about, what do you have to gain?
Right.
What makes you on the fence? What do you have to lose? If you lose $1, you can't even go to the Dollar Tree anymore. It's $1.25.
You
So you're
cannot do the Dollar Tree
in
anymore.
a
There's
business.
nothing.
You can't buy anything for $1 anymore,
Yeah.
but you can buy an opportunity to give something to try. Just give it a try. You can give it a try for 6 months and see how it goes. And if it's not a good fit, that's okay. But still, you're going to get 50% off your products too. So I mean,
You're not locked in for
no
life.
brainer.
They're not going to ask for like kidney or blood if you cancel. It's literally a click of the button. It's nothing crazy. So, get with the person that added you here. Thank you for spending your time with us. And we hope to see you in the team space at all the events and all of that. So, thank you for jumping on. Thank you so much, Ashley, for doing this with me.
Of
This was
course.
great. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and we'll welcome you to the team. Bye.